class, and she is back. Romela Bagash. So, no Kostova here, but Bagash most certainly is, and 215 was her total, losing out only on body weight to Kostova. How will she go today? Well, we will find out. So it's busy. It is the women's sub-58 kilo class that we are waiting for now. This is Germany's Sabine Küsterer, who will get us underway, and coming in at 85, absolutely on her declared weight. She's been flitting between 58 and 63 kilos. She's down. She's managed to slim down into the 58 class here. Hugely experienced, though. 86 is her personal best, however, and so she's only 1 kilo shy of that. I'm Carlton Kirby, and alongside me, Michaela Breeze. Well, a long time to steady herself, but beautifully delivered. Very smooth.
Absolutely, yeah. Good opening attempt there. She's in the competition. You can see that smile of relief. It's been a long time coming. Big build-up for this competition. She's in good shape coming into it. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's interesting as well. If you come down out of off 63, she's slimmed down. She's already just within 1 kilo of her personal best in the snatch, so it's not done her any harm.
Yeah, it's difficult, you know, to lose so much weight. I mean, I used to lose about between 5 and 7 kilos to make weight for the 58s. And if you do it sensibly, you can get away with it without it affecting strength. So it seems that she's done that and been very sensible.
Joanna Lukowska is on this platform right now of Poland. Now, she is actually going for this weight of 85, and it exceeds her personal best. So we'll see how she goes. Long of limb. It's got a long way for this bar to travel, but that was really sweet.
Absolutely, yeah, very well lifted there, very dynamic. Great squat position underneath the bar there. For those of you at home want to get an appreciation of just how difficult it is, go and get yourself a broomstick. See if you can sit into a deep squat position, backside on your heels, bar overhead, and see if you can sit there without falling over.
Yes, and indeed, just carry that to a standing position as well. Technically, you have to be very adept. Right. Now then, I've just been checking on your personal achievements at this weight, 58 kilos. 92 you managed to snatch and 120 on the clean and jerk. That's not bad.
Not bad, but at the time I was beaten by better lifters, you know, 92. It was 92 and a half actually before the 1 kilo rule came into play. I attempted 95 about 15 times at international, but missed it, so.
There speaks the European Junior and indeed multiple Commonwealth Games champion. So, well, almost out of time, but delivers.
Extremely powerful there. As the bar passes the knees, really generates massive power into the floor, generating loads of upward momentum on the bar. Fantastic. It's always nice to get the first lift in. You can get off the platform then, not relax, but the pressure's off. At least you're in the competition. It's always that anxiety of...
There is, yeah. Titus, incidentally, is moved up from 53 kilos to 58, so kind of going in the opposite direction with her own personal body weight. But yes, nice and tidy early on here. You're going to see a lot of these early lifters close together because there's a big gap here. The last of them, well, provisionally declared at least, is Elena Chichkan of Belarus. Now, she's moved up as well, not only from the juniors, but also up from the 53 kilo class. So it'll be fascinating to see how she lifts. She managed it at junior level, let's not forget, 90 kilos. So we've got some really outstanding lifters still to come here, taking nothing away, of course, from these. Drumova coming in at 88 here for the Ukraine. Well, she's another of the lifters who's flitted between two weights, 58 and 63 kilo class. She's at the lighter of those two classes now, but she has managed at the higher weight to snatch 100. So it's a significant change in body weight, but also she's dropped down on her capabilities. Perhaps here we'll see that looked very, very smooth and controlled.
Well, although she's got a dodgy arms overhead in that they're not particularly straight, there was no movement in the elbows, so that's fine in terms of the rules and regulations. But as you said, coming down from 63 kilos is tough. A personal best 100 kilo snatch, so this is quite significantly lower than that. But first attempt there, lifted with ease.
Yes, she's off the mark. Kustura right now up 3 kilos, going for an 88 here. Clean at 85.
Just adjusting the bar, not happy with where it's sat. Lifters are allowed to do that. You can see there the bar is slightly to the right of the platform. Most experienced lifters will just leave the bar where it is, set themselves in position and get on with it. Takes her time.
Oh, it looked too much. We're a long way out that. Didn't look settled. I think the fussiness at the beginning of that, she addressed the bar, was possibly an indication of what was to come. 88, maybe a lack of belief.
No, there wasn't much change between 85 and 88 in terms of the way she addressed it, but fully committed. She gave it everything, and you know, as a young lifter, it's only when you have a bar come crashing down on top of you that you start to be a bit more cautious.
Well, she is a youngster, and immediately the coaches are in there. But you know, she's got enough experience to know the technical rudiments of it. Didn't quite go for her. So Lakowska back now for Poland.
Very good. Lakowska is lighter than Kustura, so that has put her into the lead.
Well, two successful lifts, 85 dispatched very cleanly, and likewise 88 here. Very, very good marshalling of the bar there. A lot of body movement, maybe not as smooth as we've seen, but the bar didn't stop. Away it went. It's almost unkind to focus in on the the errors here. Technically, though, the later we get into the competition, then the more accomplished it should be. We've seen a lot of lifters here apparently nursing injuries throughout this competition, just getting some offset grips here, just frankly making amends for the injuries that they might be carrying, but still delivering.
Yeah, absolutely. At this level, these lifters will be, most of them will be carrying some kind of niggles. That's normal, and it's how you cope with it. I mean, you can see here, Thomas coming out for Romania. No wrist supports, no belt, no knee supports, just literally boots and leotard. And it's not often these days that you see lifters come out without any kind of supports here. So she must be fit and healthy. Yeah,
obviously feeling confident. Let's see how she goes. Looks quite slight. Nicely done. Well, she doesn't need those supports, save for her coach. Now, she's another one who's flitted between 58 and 63. She looks absolutely ripped here.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the muscle definition there, arms, legs. She's not carrying very much body fat at all.
7th in the seniors last time, by the way, so she might be taking a big step forward here. Coming in at 89, which is one of the later lifts here.
You're wondering why lifters switch between categories. Quite simply, the heavier you are in body weight, the more you're expected to lift, the more muscle mass you're carrying. So these lifters quite often fancy their chances by dropping down a category. Those lifters that move up, obviously those that are struggling with body weight.
Well, here is Titus. She has up from 53 kilos, so we'll see how she goes here. She managed 86 on her first lift. She also coming in at the 89 here.
Really strong and solid overhead. Do you know what, these girls really are technically very, very sound.
Well, that was terrific. She almost had a snap routine there. Just getting herself into the zone. Kustra is going to go for 89 as well in just a few moments' time. Fantastic. It was it's almost like clockwork. Here we go then. 89, final lift in the snatch competition here from Sabine Kustra.
Schultern angreifen.
Well, they all have their preparation methods, and just felt last time perhaps something lacking. Got a bit fussy at the bar. See how she goes.
Same again. Not quite there today. That leaves her back on 85 kilos, so at the bottom end of the pecking order in the women's 58 kilo final.
Yeah, just lost control of the bar, overthrew it, but it seemed to have issues with her right arm as well. Up to 90 then, and Churchikan it is that enters the competition. First look at the Belarusian. She's moved up from 53 kilos in the juniors. Oh, hello.
Wow.
How about those for a pair of locked elbows?
Do you know what? I could never be a referee. I watch elbows like that and I do flinch. I'm sure there's people out there that will be thinking serious hyperextension there. But she catches the weight so high.
Goodness
very,
me.
very powerful in the legs.
Yes, it doesn't look comfortable, but there we are. Very effective, my goodness. I've heard of flamingo knees, but not elbows.
Well, I've seen them, and I've seen them when they snap as well. It's not pretty.
Zgowska going for 90. 2 successful lifts so far. Looks relatively untroubled to this point. There we are. Good show of aggression to get it exactly where she needs it.
And she's got it, 3 out of 3. Consistency, that's put her now in the best position possible.
Wonderful.
She's got to be pleased with that. Personal best, 90 kilos.
6 kilos over, actually, in fact, as well. It's amazing. So Luchkowska in a very, very good place. Do you know, that was so businesslike, it was amazing. She made the adjustment she wanted and then just got on with it. There we are, perfectly under the bar. Got the drop signal, and away she went. Stood that up beautifully.
Absolutely, she knew she'd nailed that. As soon as she received it in the deep squat position there, she knows she's got it. There's the smile.
Just tidying up the feet to finish it off. 91 kilos then for Dryamova.
Still got 3 lifters yet to start in the, sorry, 2 lifters. 1 lifter yet to start in the competition, Bigaj of Albania.
Well, wait for the Raw when that happens. Dryamova then. She has managed 100, don't forget, but it was at a higher weight. So she's dropped to 58. See here? This 89, 91, I beg your pardon.
Started with the feet extremely wide. Most lifters have their feet shoulder width apart.
She said it wasn't tight enough, was it? Is that what she's complaining?
She's either asking for the collar to be tightened, she may have heard it rattle as she lifted, or for the bar to be cleaned, not sure which.
She wasn't overly happy, and in fact, finishing position here, let's have a look. The bar didn't look static to me.
You see the collar on the end of the bar there,
yeah,
wobbling around. That's not the actual collar, that's just the small piece of metal that you use to do it up. And that's normal for that to rattle. So the weights didn't slide on the bar. I don't see any problems with that. You can see there one of the referees just gone up to have a look to make sure.
He's happy, but it was a distraction. So Titus comes in at 91 with a final lift here. Successful so far. Only a 2 kilo increase from 89. clearly knows where her limits are. 85 was her best lift before this, so she was over her personal best before she came to the competition. Clearly going well, but is approaching the end here. So this...
Something's happened here. She's... That's always frustrating. A lifter that's completely focused, ready to go, and then is being called either off the platform or told to wait a minute.
Yeah, just to clean up, we saw this earlier on. We were suspicious that the chalk was causing an issue.
That, to me, it sounds like the coach was the one that called for the platform to be cleaned. She was in the zone, ready to go. And the coach really there may well have caused her a bit of a distraction. You can see she's frustrated, pacing around. She's now got to refocus, regroup.
Well, more serious, the chalk there on the platform in the clean and jerk, where the foot movement's so much more significant, but nonetheless, coach wasn't happy. She's gone with it, but how pleased she will be, I don't know. Let's see how this goes.
Not phased at all, look
Not
at that.
at all. You know, when that head comes up, you know it's launch time, and she's so impressive. 91. She's ranked second at the moment, courtesy of body weight. Driamova is the advantage there, but that was beautifully delivered. I think she could possibly have taken more, to be honest, but 91 it is. That was her final lift in the snatch competition.
Yeah, look very comfortable. When you get a lifter like that that nails 3 out of 3, you just wonder how much further they could go.
Absolutely.
But remember, an efficient, technically good lifter will make a maximum weight look comfortable, so we can only assume there that she was on her limit.
Yeah. Well, the coach, the master of her destiny. So, wait for the roar with Romela Bagaj, and she comes out. We're just looking at Lukovska as well. So Toma, 93. 89 was not a problem.
Can she steady herself? Yes, she does. Very solid in that bottom position. Really had to work hard to keep it there. She's keeping herself in with a really good chance here of a medal. 93 kilos on her second attempt.
Yes, she's got one lift remaining, which is something to play with. We're waiting for Romela Bagaj of Albania to please the home crowd in a moment, but that outstanding. Toma, don't forget, still very much the junior, finished 7th in the seniors. And the Ukraine back out here with Driamova for her final lift, 94.
Well, if this is 94, then Ramaj of Albania will be starting on at least 95. First attempts are taken before second, and second attempts before third.
Oh, well, it was a big moment. It would have been a new benchmark so far.
Well, that would have been a guaranteed medal on the snatch. She's now left with 91 kilos. And we're just going to have to wait and see if that's going to be enough to take a medal on the snatch. She's still in there with the running, though, for the overall title. Let's see.
Romela Bagaj, silver medalist last time, lost out on the combined medal purely on body weight. Here she comes, 95 her entry weight. Now, they've been a little bit ambitious with their entry totals so far, the Albanians, and this is 2 kilos higher than her declared entry. Personal best is 101. 11th in the Olympic Games, and she attempted 105 there. And they've thinned down the coaches after the men were almost crowded out.
Quick glance at the clock.
Oh, Do you know what? We've seen this before. Coming in very late.
She's okay. She's still in her comfort zone here, I think. Her best, as you said there, is 101. She's attempted a 105, so that's an indication that she's been going well in training. I wouldn't worry about that. She's a very experienced lifter.
Well, we had the experienced Bryken Kalya in the men's sub 69 kilo earlier on today. He failed at 142 kilos. He was only 1 kilo down on his personal best, and then he failed to lift that on 3 attempts, and it was a bit of a shame. Chickan completed 90. This is 95. Look at that. Well, the elbows may not be pretty, but that result, outstanding. Locked into position, hyperflexed maybe, but she's our leader at the moment.
You know what, she's really showing consistency here and is a real contender now. That's going to put the pressure onto Bagaj, although I'm not even sure if Bagaj will be aware of what's going on around her. If she's in the zone, she's focused. Here she comes now, puts her hand up to the crowd to say, be quiet.
And they listen. Here we go then, second attempt at 95 kilos, failed first time.
And she tries to power snatch it. Now she is under pressure. That's a weight she is so capable of. To come out and attempt to power snatch, that's ridiculous. You just don't do that. I mean, most people can power snatch around 90% of their best snatch. Now she is under pressure. Let's see if the experience can come through.
Well, she's going to need to draw on her resources here because, frankly, I just feel that we might have another Bryken Kalya who failed 3 times at 142, twice then at 95. And is she going to have to follow on here?
Yeah, she'll be following herself now, so 2 minutes to recover. But the snatch won't take too much out of her legs. She'll recover in plenty of time.
Well, she's going to leave herself with a lot to do for the clean and jerk. Her declared entry weight, incidentally, on the clean and jerk is 112, which is a full 5 kilos above her nearest starting weight out there from any of her opponents. So this is important. The crowd kind of know it. They were criticised for being too raucous and not allowing Kalya to settle. Now they're absolutely pin quiet, and it seems to be having an equally loading effect here on Romela Bagaj. This is a final attempt, so she'll be out of the combined competition if she doesn't make it.
Easy, absolutely nailed it. Look at that, frustration, anger, relief, all in one.
And the crowd respond in due kind.
I feel relieved. What about you?
Me too, actually. I feel very relieved because I just didn't want it for the home crowd apart from anything else. 95 kilos she succeeded, but it took 3 attempts to get there. Should have had that first time, and it looks like there's still some lifting to be done. So it puts the emphasis on the clean and jerk. Chickan still to come out. Here's Toma. Snappy. Here we go. No.
This is really hotting up to be very, very competitive at the top end. Toma now is left with 93 kilos.
Well, 96, maybe she should have taken a 95 along the way there, but what might have been.
93 for Toma there. That is still, she's still in a medal position. Currently sat in bronze medal place.
So Chickan to come out here and put some clear water between herself and the chasers. Bagaj managed 95. This is the last lift in the women's snatch competition in this sub 58 kilo class.
Let's just clarify here. Chickan already has the gold medal on the snatch. So she's still got the gold medal on the snatch, but both Chickan and Bagaj are stuck together on 95 kilos, only body weight separating them at the halfway stage.
Now Bagaj is the more capable clean and jerk lifter, so Chickan wanted to put a little bit in the bank here with this lift. It didn't quite happen for her, as you can see. Hot from underneath it, and so she falls back to 95 kilos. So there it is. Chickan takes the gold here in the snatch competition ahead of Romela and Toma. We wait then for the clean and jerk, and of course our combined medals, which will come.